Hello friends, welcome to the Point. In today's session, let's discuss about people as a resource. So in this chapter, we'll understand how population is an asset for the economy. So population, it becomes human capital when there is an investment which is made from education, training and medical care. So generally, human capital, it is a stock of skill and productive knowledge. People as a resource means they are the working people in the country with their productive skills and abilities. Remember, people from the productive aspect, they emphasize its ability to contribute to the creation of gross national product. Like any other resources, population is also a resource, and that resource is named as human resource. So when this human resources, they are further developed by becoming educated and healthy, we call it as human capital formation. Investment in human capital like education, training and medical care, this yields to a return like investment in physical capital. So this can be seen directly through a higher incomes earned by the people those who have invested in education, medical care and so on. So their income will be too high because of higher productivity of more educated or better trained persons. So for example, we can say India's Green Revolution. So India's Green Revolution, it is a dramatic example of how the input of greater knowledge in the form of improved production technologies, it can rapidly increase the productivity of scarce land resources. And India's IT revolution, it is a striking example of how the importance of human capital, it has come to acquire a higher position than that of the material, plant and machinery. We can say that the human capital is superior to other resources like land and physical capital. Human resources, they can make use of land and capital, and whereas land and capital, it cannot become useful on its own. So with the help of example, let's try to understand how people try to become a more productive resource. Let's see about the story of a person. The person A has a friend named B, and these two are living in the same village. And person A is 12 years old boy. His mother takes care of domestic chores, and his father worked in an agricultural field. A's parents joined him in a school. He completed his schooling, he completed his higher secondary examination, and his father made a loan for his higher studies. So person A studied a vocational course in computers also, and later on he got a job in a private company. He designed a new kind of software, and this software, it helped him to increase the sale of the firm, and due to that his boss rewarded him with a promotion. So this is the story of person A. And the person B, who was person A's friend, he was 11 years old. His father was a fisherman and he passed away. His mother sold fish to earn money and to feed the family, and she bought the fish from the landowner pond and sold it to the nearby mandi. So we can say that she earned only rupees 150 per day. Person's B mother, she cannot afford to take him to the doctor. So person B, he could not go to the school. He was not interested in studies also. He helped his mother in cooking and so on. And after some time, B's person's mother fell sick, and thereon he continued to sell the fish in the market, and he too earned equally to his mother. So the difference of these two stories is person A, he went to the school, and person B, he continued his mother's work. Person A was very healthy, he was physically strong and educated, whereas person B, he did not visit the doctor and he was a patient. He lacked the means to visit the doctor also. So person A earned surplus to take care of his family, whereas person B had a very little to take care of his family. So in the case of person A, he undergone several years of education. It added to the quality of labor, and this enhanced his total productivity. and this total productivity, it adds to the growth of the economy, and this in turn it pays an individual through salary or in some other form of his choice. So whereas in the case of person B, he did not have education or healthcare in the early part of his life, and he spends his money selling fish like his mother, and he draws the same salary of unskilled laborer as his mother. Therefore, investment in human resource like education and medical care, it can give high returns in the future, and this investment on people, it is same as the investment in land and capital. Economic activities by men and women. So there are various activities and they are classified into three main sectors. They are primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sectors. Primary sector, it includes agriculture, forestry, animal husbandry, fishing, poultry, mining and so on. Manufacturing, it is included in secondary sector. Trade, transport, communication, banking, education, health, tourism, insurance, these are all included in tertiary sector. The activities in this sector, this results to production of goods and services. So this activities, it adds value to the national income. Economic activities, it has two parts: market activities and non-market activities. Market activities, it involves remuneration to anyone who performs, that is the activity performed for pay or profit. So this includes production of goods or services, including the government service. Non-market activities, they are the production for self-consumption, and this it can be a consumption and processing of primary product and own account production of fixed assets. So due to historical and cultural reasons, there is a division of labor between men and women in the family. So generally women looks after domestic chores and men work in the fields. And when these women enter into the market, into the labor market, they are earning. Women earning like that of their male counterpart, it is determined on the basis of education and skill. Education, it helps individual to make a better use of economic opportunities. This education and skill, these are the major determinants of earning of any individual in the market. A majority of women, they have a very meager education and a low skill formation. That's why women are paid low when compared to men. Quality of population. So the quality of this population, it depends upon literacy rate, health of a person indicated by life expectancy, and the skill formation that is acquired by the people of the country. The quality of the population, it decides the growth rate of the country. Literate and healthy population, they are an asset of the country. Education. So education opened a new horizon. It provided new aspiration and it developed values of life. So we have seen the examples of person A and B. Person A, one who was educated, his education contributes towards the growth of the society and it enhances national income, cultural richness and increases the efficiency of governance. And there is a provision that is made for providing universal access, retention and quality in elementary education with special emphasis on girls. So there is also an establishment of pace setting of schools like Navodaya Vidyalaya in each district. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. It is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all the children of the age group 6 to 14 years by 2010. This Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, it is a time-bound initiative of central government in the partnership with the states, local government and the community for achieving the goal of universalization of elementary education. Midday meal scheme, it has been implemented to encourage the attendance and retention of children and to improve the children's nutritional status. And this policies, it could add to the literate population of India. Health. The health of a person, it helps him to realize his or her potential and the ability to fight the illness. He or she will not be able to maximize his or her output to the overall growth of an organization. Health is an indispensable basis for realizing one's well-being. Improvement in the health status of the population, it has been the priority of the country. Our national policy, it aims at improving the accessibility of healthcare, family welfare and nutritional services with a special focus on the underprivileged segment of the population. And over the last 5 decades, India has built a vast health infrastructure and it has also developed the required manpower at the primary, secondary and the tertiary sector in the government as well as in the private sectors. So the measures which were taken by the government, it has increased the expectancy of life to over 68.3 years in 2014 and infant mortality rate, it has come down from 147 in the year 1951 to 37 in the year 2015. And the crude birth rates, it has dropped to 20.8 and the death rates to 6.5 within the same duration of time. So increase in life expectancy and improvement in child care, they are useful in accessing the future of the country. Reduction in infant mortality, it involves the protection of children from infection, which ensures the nutrition of both the mother and the child and child care. So unemployment is said to exist when people are willing to work but they cannot find jobs. In case of India, we have unemployment in rural and urban areas. So in case of rural areas, there is a seasonal and disquisite unemployment. Urban areas, they have mostly educated unemployment. Seasonal unemployment, it happens when the people are not able to find jobs during a certain months of the year. For example, people those who are dependent upon agriculture, they face this problem. There are certain busy seasons while sowing, harvesting, weeding, threshing is done. And certain months, they do not have much work to the people, those who are dependent on agriculture. So in the case of disquisite unemployment, people appear to be employed. They have agricultural plot where they find work. So this usually happens among the family members, those who are engaged in agricultural activity. So the work requires the service of 5 people, but they engage 8 people. 3 people are extra, and these 3 people, they also work on the same plot as the others. The contribution made by the 3 extra people, it does not add any extra contribution made by the 5 people. If 3 people are removed, the productivity of the field, it will not decline. Therefore, we can say that the field requires a service of 5 people and the 3 extra people are disquisite unemployed. So in the case of urban areas, educated unemployment, it has become a common thing. So many youth with matriculation, graduation and post-graduation degrees, they are not able to find jobs. So a study showed that an unemployment of a graduate and postgraduate, it has increased faster than among matriculates. So unemployment, it leads to the wastage of manpower resource. Unemployment, it tends to increase economic overload. So in case of India, the unemployment rate is low and a large number of people represented with low income and productivity, they are counted as employed. They appear to work throughout the year, but in terms of their potential and income, the wages paid for the labors, they are not adequate to them. The works that they are pursuing, it seems to be forced upon them. They want to do other jobs, but the people cannot afford to sit idle. They tend to engage in any activity irrespective of its earning potential, and their earning it keeps them on a bare subsistence level. The employment structure it is characterized by self-employment in the primary sector. The whole family contributes in the field even though not everybody is really needed, but the entire family shares what has been produced. So this concept of sharing of work in the field and the produced rice, it reduces the hardship of unemployment in the rural sector, but this does not reduce the poverty of the family. Let us discuss about the employment scenario in three sectors. So we know that agriculture is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy, and from the past few years there has been a decline in the dependence of population on agriculture, which is partly because of discussed unemployment. Some of the surplus labor in the agriculture, they have moved to either the secondary or tertiary sector. So in the secondary sector, small scale manufacturing in most of the labor absorbing. So in case of tertiary sector, various new services are now appearing like biotechnology, information technology, and so on. So in this session, we have learnt about the human capital and human resources. So in the next session, let's discuss about the poverty and its challenges. Thank you.